A moment.
Okay.
Channel. Now we are on live on YouTube channel. So good evening, YouTube. We are here to have a conversation in English. So girls, today we will discuss about trick or treatment. This is the subject of today, and we have 9 questions to discuss. I will put the questions on the chat. Please let me know if you received. Did you
Yeah, I
receive?
received.
Okay. So today as I said, we will discuss about trick or treatment. We have several treatments that could be considered an alternative treatment. Is not the conservatory treatment, and here we are talking about health, medicine, drug products, and our health and the disease that could impact our lives. So, Claudia, can you choose a question for us? You can read the question, respond, and after your response, you can choose another person to respond as well. Can you start,
Okay.
please?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
So let's start with, I think, number 2.
Okay.
Do you believe in alternative treatments like acupuncture, homeopathy, chiropractic? Why or why not? So I do believe on that. I like so much I like so much, and I used to acupuncture. I used to homeopathy for me, for my kids, and especially for my kids. I have a very good experience because my oldest son had a kind of a disease. It's called dermatitis atopica, and since he was young, since he was born, and we suffered a lot with this. And one day, I found a doctor in the hospital here, in a very famous hospital here, and I called her. Oh, I know that is it will be better only when he were more than 5 years. I think he was 1 year and a half. And this doctor said, no, we can't treat in another way. And then we start with homeopathy, and it was very good. And he become much better. And until today, I treat them just with homeopathy. And then I changed this doctor because she couldn't. I couldn't find him my health insurance, and then I have another, and this one is so nice. This guy, if you look at him, he didn't look a doctor, but it's so good. And when my kids are sick, I just call him, and he said, give him or give her this kind of homeopathy, for and 1 or 2 or 3 pills each hour, and at night we will come again. And then I don't remember the last time they took antibiotic. I don't know this in English. And then I believe, I do believe in a Chinese medicine and this kind of, because I had and I have this experience. And how about you, Gabriele? What do you think?
Mm, I don't know if I believe or not because I never tried. this alternative treatment, I listen people talk about acupuncture and chiropractic, but I never hear about homeopathic from someone close. So I don't know. I think maybe can can be good. I don't know. I don't have how can I say opinion, close opinion. You know. And you, Ayla. Yes, Ayla.
In my case, I I I agree. I believe the alternative therapy, and I like so much. I use it a lot, uh, and I think it's very good. In my case, I prefer. I don't like to take medicine, uh, and I try to don't use uh, at least when I can I can use another therapy like homeopathy, homeopathy, I think. Um, and I prefer because I think my body works better when I use this kind of therapy. Um I think sometimes some medicines uh, uh, is no good for me, and in the I mean in the first moment, like I don't know, antibiotics. It's good in the moment, but it's no good uh, for others. I don't know how to explain, but I, in my case, I use it a lot, and I feel good. I feel better, and I think it's difficult to 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 take a lot medicine because it becomes maybe some problems for my body. In my case, I don't like it, and it doesn't work for me. Uh, it doesn't work for me, and when I don't need a lot the medicine. So when in my daily routine, I prefer to use a prevent therapy, and I like to a therapy more naturist, and I use a lot tea, and I think acupuncture it's good. I've already done acupuncture, and I feel better. Uh, so and that's it. And you, Sarah?
Well, I really agree with you. And in my opinion, as I said, I'm pharmacist and I work at a pharmaceutical company. We develop a lot of medicine products, and I'm involved in the regulatory affairs uh, team. So I'm responsible for the API that is the active pharmaceutical insulin. So basically, I studied this kind of reaction every day. And I know that we needed to prove the action of the medicine through a clinical trial. That is basically when you test your product in people. I think that you already know something like that because last year and this year we discussed a lot about vaccine, and they said that they needed to do this kind of tests in human body, that is the clinical trials. So I know that in fact the conservative treatment, that is the medicine, is in fact will promote a response in your body. If you have a headache, you can take Dipirone, for example. But about alternative treatments, I agree as well, because it's very interesting when we think about, for example, the son of Claudia, the daughter. I don't know, Claudia. Sorry for not remember the correct information, but your daughter, for example, received an alternative treatment, and it was good for her, for him, and they are children, so they not understand that is another treatment, is an alternative treatment. So this is not a response based on that thoughts. Do you are you understand me how
Yeah,
what
sure.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we are adults and we understand. Maybe we think, oh my God, this is a thing that could promote a response in my body. So we think about this, but they are children. They don't think about this kind of thing. They just take. So yes, I agree. I don't know, Claudia, can you would you like
Yes,
to talk some more?
yes. I always think about this because I think it's called placebo, yeah.
Yes.
But it's only if my thoughts or my faith it's so big that it can have some response in my children. I don't know, like you said, if it's on me, that's okay, because the faith, I don't know, faith, I think is that.
Effect, yes, effect.
We know about this. We know that it makes sense and can our body can respond. But I don't know if it's so powerful that can that can interfere in the body of the other person. In this case, my kids, yeah. And I see. I remember one day when he was with urticaria. It's a lot of in his body, and because usually people say that it take homeopathy takes a long time, but I took him at the hospital with this doctor, and she gave him a kind of specific homeopathy. In another day in the morning, he didn't have nothing on body anymore.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, and then some problems it takes time because they said that the cure is first outside our body. It's not the symptoms, but the causes of that. So I don't know. I can speak about this all night because I really like.
Yes, because when we find a solution for our problem, we always talk about it because it's amazing for us. I imagine you're you're happy about.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, Gabriele, can you choose another question for us, please? You can choose whatever you prefer.
Okay. I will go to number 4 because we already answered the number 3. Do you agree a medicine only works because of the placebo effect? Sarah and Claudia started to talk about that, but I don't agree the medicine only works because of that. Like Sarah and Claudia said, when the children of Claudia uh, because the children do the treatment and they don't think about that. They don't think about what they doing to getting better of the problem. They don't think any about that, and works for them. And placebo effects can happen sometimes when we want so much that one thing is magic, like magic, because we want so much that getting better, we getting better, but not only just for that. I think some treatments can be medicines or alternative treatments can work in any person. And you, Ayla, what do you think?
So I'm not sure about it, but I think I don't agree the medicine only works, even though the placebo effect, I think, because of, even though the placebo effect, there is a good experience from the people, and I think that show us there is another therapy different the medicine, and it works even better. But it's difficult. It's a polemic. So I'm not sure, but I think in fact I believe medicine, only medicine, it doesn't work. Yeah, and so sorry, Elja.
Yes, I totally agree with you and Gabriele. I think it's not only um, it's not only about thoughts or about fear or something like that. I think there is um, there, I don't know in English, princípios ativos of medicine that works without your powerful mind the power of your mind. Yeah. And I saw one series that they show, it was, I think, in the year 70, 60, I think. And they used some kinds of homeopathy in that time, in that era, and to treat many people. And the people in that time, I think they didn't care about thoughts, about to about the mind, power of mind, like you think and we know today. In that time, I think, and it was used a lot to treat many kinds of disease. And then I think it's not on a placebo. Yeah, I think it's that.
And sorry about the ignorance, but I don't know how works homeopathy. How works the treatment was in vaccines, was another thing you drink. I don't know how works.
I think Sarah is pharmacist. She is better to explain.
Oh, feel free to explain, Claudia, if you prefer.
No,
But
no, please. Yeah.
it's basically you treat the disease with the similarity of it. I will I will explain in a crazy example. For example, you have when you have a cold, for example, a flu. This flu is appears in you if you contact, for example, how can I say something? I forgot the name in English. O espirro de alguém, for example. The homeopathy gets the compound of this espirro and develop a medicine in several dissolution of the compound, and you achieve a number of dissolutions until the medicine be prepared with this compound. Another example could be, for example, if you have a disease when a bee, I forgot the name in English, but when a bee take your skin, for example, and there is a huge feeling of a bad sensation of it. The pharmacist or the doctor, the chemistry person, get the compound of B and develop a medicine for you. So you take this medicine that was received several dissolutions on that, and will promote, for example, your body will be prepared to receive the compound of B once you be take of it. Did you understand?
Yeah, but with all disease or just a specific disease?
All disease, I understand, but there is a question in our list here for hard disease complicated disease, we understand that the person should be directed to the drug product, the effective medicine that could promote the result that have clinical trials to prove the action. And the homeopathy, in this case, could be an additional treatment, you know? So you can
No.
you can use, but it's an additional treatment on this case. But for example, for urticaria, for sensitive response of a person, for example, with the in front of a bee, in front of a snake, in front of other animal, you could take and be prepared for some situation. But you have another disease that is hard, complicated. It's really, really indicated to use the drug product and the homeopathy for the additional treatment in this case.
And it's this treatment is doing in a long period.
I think that I didn't use it yet. I don't know if Claudia could explain, but I think that you could use it forever. I don't know. How your children use it, Claudia?
Yes, they use it since my son since he was 1 year and a half. Now he is 13, and my daughter is almost 10, and she uses since he was born. Because the homeopathy also treats feelings that can cause some diseases, and then this kind of homeopathic medicines treats inside of your body, inside of your mind, some feelings that can cause. In this case, my son had oh my God, I forgot the name. Dermatite atópica, but he had some kind of emotional things, like all of us have, a personality things, and then this medicine can treat this. It's called treat the cause, because the problems in his skin was the symptoms, but what was the cause? And the cause is treated by homeopathy. And I agree with Sarah, because some kind of diseases needs drugs. Yeah. For example, if we have a infection in our throat, for example, we need to take antibiotic. There is no way. But it can use by prevent disease, like Ayla said that she took like a prevent. And of course, all of problems that we have in our mind, in our feelings, that all of us have. I hope to got to explain it.
Yeah, thank you a lot, Claudia and Sarah. I don't know how it works. I don't know anything about it. So I ask because I don't know understand how conversation goes without not have the explanation about this treatment, you know?
Yeah.
Good. I don't know, Gabrielle, did you choose the question or not?
The number 4.
Okay. We already respond responded. I don't know. Do you agree or disagree with placebo effect?
I think Justin, you didn't. I
Just
think.
me? Okay. Okay, girls. I have an example that, in fact, happened about the placebo effect. Do you remember the case of flower pillow? Do you remember this kind of case that happened at Brazil?
Yeah, I remember.
No,
I don't know if you remember.
Hello. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
They were the pillow that were prescribed to as an anticonceptional pillow, and the pharmaceutical company changed the lot of this medicine by floor
From
pillow. Yes, and all girls that received that medicine get pregnant. So in fact, I understand. I believe that there is no if just placebo effect when we talk about medicine, because the girls were thinking that anticonceptional medicine would promote a block in that case to avoid be pregnant. But in fact, it happened. This could be explained that in fact the medicine can an effect in our body that is to prevent to be pregnant. So in some cases, I think that it could be a placebo effect, but not only in this case. I think that drug products and medicine, in fact, have an action in our body. Okay, and now, Ayla, could you choose another question for us, please?
Okay. Number 5. Do you agree that some alternative medicine can actually be harmful? So I think all therapy can be harmful when you use a lot, when you use the indiscrimination way. It can be medicine or alternative medicine, and it can be harmful, and it's necessary to use all of the therapy you do with limits, I think, because it depends on the dose. I don't know. The dose it can be dangerous. Can be dangerous, and it's necessary to pay attention. How much do you use? Every medicine or alternative medicine, and So I use alternative medicine, as I said. I use the prevent way, and my mom used, and she passed me the, but and we don't, we never, you never had some problem with that. So, but we know it's necessary to pay attention how much uh, you 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 are using, okay? And especially about the formal medicine, because it can be it can, I don't know, surgery. It became, for example, when you use a lot antibiótico, it can be, I don't know, pode surgir superbactérias, and it's very dangerous for us. Okay, so Angel, Gabriele.
Mm, I think depends of the disease or what is happening. Alternative medicine can be harmful, like conservative medicine too, depending of what you're passing or in your specific disease. Yeah, I think it's that. Depends of the case. And you, Claudia, what do you think?
Oh, I agree with you both. And everything that you use too much can be nocive. Yeah, can be obviously that sometimes we see that doctor prescribe wrong medicine, and it can be harmful. But yeah, I think it can be. And about homeopathic medicine, it's interesting because I know people that started to use it and use a little and complain a lot. Because it cause, the people say that it cause more symptoms, because it happens because when you use homeopathy that you need, your symptoms will become worse. If you have a headache, for example, in the first time you use it, and for some days it will be worse, because it's the homeopathy is like this. First you became worse, and then you became to be better. And the most people say that homeopathic doesn't works because they don't have a patient to do the treatment. One cousin gave it to her son. He was with a very bad behavior and brief problems, and he became more worse. He became worse, and then she stopped. And oh my God, this medicine is worse for my son. And then you will listen this, but it's because before to became better, we became worse. This is the way that this medicine works. I think
It's
it's
so, it's so good to hear you, Claude, because I remember that the teachers uh, explained it to us that is in fact in the first time you can feel worse, and after you feel better. You in fact you need to have
yeah, that's
patience
true.
in this period of treatment. So, girls, I totally agree with you about that depends on the disease or treatment. But I would like to remember some case. Did you see the case of the girl that died because she took a lot of tea? I forgot the name in English, but in Portuguese is chá do emagrecimento, if you remember. Because tea we can describe as an alternative treatment as well. We are talking about homeopathy and other treatments, but if you use this, for example, a plant, a tea from a plant, or something like that, it maybe could be an alternative treatment. So in that case, it was so bad. In this case, the girl died, and I think that we needed to have attention when we think about to use tea, for example, natural tea. The plants are so good for us. I really, really believe on the action of plants. For example, if you prepare a chamomile tea for you to have a good night of sleep, in fact, it will promote the action. It is the plant, the chamomile plant, and whatever. We have a lot of plants. So we have also a lot of phytotherapies, medicine at the to be sale. The, the pharmaceutical companies produce the phytotherapies, and they are so good. I already worked with this kind of dossier to submit to Anvisa, and in fact, they are so good. So I think that we need to have special attention on the plants, on the tea, for example, this kind of alternative treatment. But others, I think that it would be so hard to have a bad result if you think a lot. But we need uh, to balance the use of them, as Ayla said. So that's it. So girls, we have less than 10 minutes. I think that we could respond faster. Another question. So just a moment. Okay, I will choose question number 9 in a faster way. Okay. Should all alternative medicines be tested in the same way that conventional medicines are? In my opinion, I think that they shouldn't, because the alternative medicines are proved when we use, for example, the clinical, we are just using already, and as they are, as they have a lot of dissolution procedure, so I think that they don't need to be tested as the conventional medicine, because the conventional medicine are tested mainly to prove that they are not toxic for us, for our body. What do you think, Claudia, about this question?
I think I agree with you. I think in normal drugs, it's more unnatural. I don't know if this word exists. and need to be tested. So I agree. I think it shouldn't. And how about you, Ayla?
Yeah, I agree. Because Sarah is pharmacist, and I think she's have knowledge about it, and I think yeah, I think the the medicine, the alternative medicine should be um, tested because it's necessary to improve your the quality, and yeah, it's important. And you, Gabriel.
Yeah, I agree with you all because I think it's not possible to test alternative medicines with conventional medicines because the way that they react in our body was totally different. So there's no possible to test on the same way, I think.
Yes, of course, girls. Thank you so much for your response. So we are almost concluding our conversation, and I would like to say that it was a pleasure to be here with you. Always, I'm so happy to be here in this time, in the same all Wednesday in this time. So, girls, we have a survey for our meeting at TNT. I will put the link on the chat. So it's just to know how we can improve our meetings, and you could provide us an advice, um, one feeling about this meeting, and we will of course understand and provide feedback and improve our meetings for you all. Okay, so girls, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for this conversation. It was so better, so great. So I'm so happy to be here. And I wish you all a good night, a good weekend, and of course, see you on the next Wednesday in the same time. Okay? Thank you so much.
Okay,
Bye
thank
bye.
you